In late 2025, Norway and the United Kingdom signed one of the most consequential naval agreements of the decade, a £10 billion contract for 5 Type 26 global combat ships. To casual observers, it looked like another procurement deal in an already well-funded alliance. But for strategists, it marked the quiet redrawing of NATO's Arctic frontier. The North Atlantic and the High North are no longer peripheral regions, they are now the geographic heart of Europe's future defense posture. And the partnership between London and Oslo is rapidly turning those frozen waters into NATO's new front line. The High North is more than a poetic term. It is the strategic seam between the Atlantic and the Arctic, stretching from the Norwegian and Barents Seas through Iceland and Greenland, connecting to the Greenland-Iceland United Kingdom gap. Control of this corridor determines whether NATO can protect the sea lanes that link North America and Europe, or whether Russian submarines can threaten them. During the Cold War, the region was heavily monitored by American and British forces. After the 1990s, attention waned. Now, as Moscow rebuilds its northern fleet and deploys new Yasin and Borei-class submarines armed with long-range cruise missiles, the Arctic again becomes the first line of detection and defense. For Norway, this geography is both a blessing and a burden. It borders Russia directly, and its coastline provides NATO with deep water access for undersea surveillance. Yet its navy has long lacked the scale and endurance to maintain a continuous anti-submarine presence. The aging Fridtjof Nansen-class frigates, although capable, were designed for the post-Cold War peace rather than for sustained confrontation in icy, contested seas. The United Kingdom, on the other hand, had developed the Type 26 global combat ship to be the most advanced anti-submarine vessel in the world. The logic was simple. Combine British industrial capacity with Norwegian strategic geography, and NATO would gain a powerful new shield in the High North. The Type 26 embodies lessons from decades of maritime warfare. At nearly 7,000 tons, it carries the quietest propulsion system of any Western surface combatant, equipped with the Captas-4 variable depth sonar, a towed array, and the Sea Scepter missile system for local defense. Its open architecture combat management system can share acoustic data in real time with Allied fleets, creating a distributed sonar network across the Atlantic. For Norway, which already operates P-8 Poseidon aircraft and F-35A fighters, this ship is the missing link that integrates air, surface, and subsurface surveillance into one cohesive grid. Choosing the British design was not inevitable. Germany and South Korea both offered alternatives, but London's proposal offered more than hardware. It offered an industrial partnership. The ships will be built in Glasgow with sections, electronics, and sonar components manufactured in Bergen and other Norwegian facilities. The arrangement creates thousands of jobs in both countries while aligning Norway's defense industry with the broader AUKUS technology ecosystem that connects the United Kingdom, Australia, and the United States. By joining the Type 26 program, Oslo secures access to future propulsion and radar technologies that would otherwise remain restricted. The deeper significance, however, lies in the operational geography that the deal enables. NATO's defense planners often refer to the Arctic Line, a conceptual boundary from northern Scotland through Iceland to Finnmark in Norway. It is the invisible perimeter that separates secure transatlantic routes from contested waters where Russian submarines roam. Until recently, this line was monitored primarily by British and American assets. Norway's new fleet will change that balance. Once the first Type 26 enters service, it will patrol in rotation with Royal Navy vessels, maintaining near-continuous coverage across the Greenland-Iceland-United Kingdom gap and up to the Barents Sea. Each ship will act as both hunter and sensor node, feeding data from its sonar suite into NATO's underwater acoustic network. When combined with air patrols and undersea sensors, the system will form what analysts already call the Arctic Acoustic Shield. Its effect will be to compress the maneuvering space of Russia's northern fleet, forcing submarines to operate under constant surveillance before they can reach the open Atlantic. In strategic terms, the High North ceases to be a buffer zone and becomes an active defense corridor. This evolution mirrors the broader transformation of NATO's posture since Finland and Sweden joined the alliance. The northern flank is now fully interconnected. Finnish radar and artillery cover the land routes, Swedish and Danish forces guard the Baltic approaches, and Norwegian and British navies close the maritime gap. The Type 26 provides the technological glue that ties this system together. Its modular design allows quick adaptation from anti-submarine to air defense or electronic warfare roles, ensuring that the same platform can respond to multiple threats in unpredictable environments. The industrial benefits of this cooperation are substantial. The £10 billion program guarantees long-term employment for more than 4,000 workers in Glasgow and Bergen. It also revitalizes the shipbuilding infrastructure of Northern Europe at a time when continental yards are overloaded with competing orders. The United Kingdom gains a stable export customer and proof of concept for its flagship frigate, while Norway expands its domestic expertise in radar, sonar, and missile integration. Over the next decade, Norwegian suppliers will contribute an estimated 20% of each ship's components, a level of industrial participation unprecedented for such a high-technology platform. Strategically, this joint construction effort is about more than economics. It is about interoperability and data. The Type 26's combat system is designed for seamless integration with the U.S. Navy's Cooperative Engagement Capability Network, allowing shared targeting and sensor data across the Atlantic. When a Norwegian ship detects a submarine in the Barents Sea, that acoustic signature can be transmitted instantly to Allied vessels thousands of kilometers away. In effect, the alliance is transforming the North Atlantic into one massive connected sensor grid. Russia's response to this development has been predictable but serious. The Northern Fleet is conducting more frequent patrols, testing NATO's reaction times, and deploying new electronic warfare equipment designed to jam sonar buoys and disrupt communications. Moscow views the Type 26 acquisition as part of a larger encirclement strategy, linking the British Isles, Scandinavia, and North America into a single maritime surveillance belt. Chinese analysts have quietly observed the trend as well, noting that increased Western activity in the Arctic may affect future access to shipping routes and seabed resources. For NATO, the message is clear. The Arctic is no longer a frozen void, but a competitive domain. The introduction of Norway's Type 26 fleet will anchor the alliance's northern naval posture for decades. By combining British ship design, Norwegian geography, and American network technology, NATO is effectively redrawing its defensive perimeter several hundred miles closer to Russia's bases. The High North will no longer be a space of passive observation. It will be an active theater of deterrence. The broader implications extend to Europe's industrial and political landscape. This collaboration demonstrates that smaller allies, by pooling industrial capacity with major powers, can shape strategic outcomes. It also shows that regional defense cooperation can move faster than multinational bureaucracies. While the European Union debates collective procurement models, the Anglo-Norwegian partnership has already produced a tangible, high-end capability with global reach. By 2035, when all 5 Norwegian Type 26 ships are in service, the North Atlantic will be patrolled by a seamless network of British, Norwegian, Canadian, and Australian vessels, all variants of the same design, all sharing a common digital architecture. This convergence will give the alliance an unprecedented level of efficiency and resilience. In the event of crisis, a single software update or sonar calibration could be deployed across the entire fleet within hours. No other region in the world will have such integrated naval standardization. For Norway, the deal fulfills a long-standing strategic ambition to ensure that its defense begins not at its borders, but in the open ocean. For the United Kingdom, it reinforces its role as NATO's maritime cornerstone, even after leaving the European Union. For NATO as a whole, it represents the shift from reactive defense to proactive control of the seas. The alliance is no longer waiting for threats to reach the English Channel. It is intercepting them north of the Arctic Circle.